What a drive this has been from the efficient driver! This requires brass ones. What a move! Stunning! Welcome everyone to Preseason Test Race 2. Do apologise for being a little bit late. We have had some technical difficulties. But I am the voice, you know me. It is Sean Ghost Muller. Wow, I just referred myself to the voice in the third person. Wowee. Bringing you all the action this evening. Joining me in the box is the one and only Claude, aka Sandman. Hello.
G'day, mate. How are you?
Oh, well, how are you? Are you well?
I am well. I've had a good feed of chili con carne, and it's given me the energy required to get through this practice race we've got lined up tonight.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to it. And joining me in the box also is the one and only Big Guns, who's probably going to throw his stream equipment out the window.
How you going, Sean?
I'm good, mate. How are you?
I think you're pretty close to being right there.
Your mic's working loud and clear now, mate. It's good.
Yeah, you sound beautiful.
Yeah.
So, big welcome to all our viewers on a Monday. We are very happy here in Melbourne because we are 2 weeks away, ladies and gentlemen, before we can, to quote our man Dan the Man, get on the beers. So, very excited here in Melbourne. So, big welcome to Buffar, CB, Clint, and Debrev. Hope you are all well. I actually read something interesting here from CB before we get into racing. Letting the first few pre-season races play out so I can see what marks I need to hit. Interesting strategy.
Okay.
Playing the game.
Yeah, very much playing the game. So, where
Who
are
was
we?
that, actually? So, who was that playing the game?
CB. Drives for Death
Yeah.
Group.
Yep. Hold on.
So, interesting sort of strategy.
Keeping his eye out.
Yep. There's probably a few drivers doing that. I haven't seen our former champ pop up, our current champ pop up yet, so we'll definitely keep an eye on that. Alright, so yeah, unfortunately Troy was meant to take the reins tonight, but unfortunately he's had some technical difficulties on his end, so I'll take the reins. This will be my one and only warm-up for the season, so I'll see how I go. Don't expect too much, guys, no pressure.
You're up.
So we're racing at Laguna Seca tonight. No purple sector for pre-season races. So you go around a corner, left, right, over the hill, yep, down the corkscrew, yep, and that's how you go purple. Bang, done.
Done. Just go fast, boys. Go fast.
Yep.
And you'll see plenty of purple.
Good morning to Dutch Racer. Hope you're well. Hello, Brainache. Hello, Tankmaster. Hello, Streetle Juice. Hope you're all well. So we won't be far away. We might get some good old quality going in the old BMWs.
Let's get it off up and running.
So how do we like the new schedule? I'm a big fan of it. I think it's, it streamlines things.
As in?
The qualifying for BMW,
Yep.
bang into a race.
Yep. As in no delay between qualifying and racing.
Yeah.
I think the drivers will appreciate it.
I'm not worried
Late
about
ones
that.
blown.
Yeah, it just doesn't. Having raced with BMW last season, your brain just ticks over during that 15, 20 minutes. It just lets you get on with it. So, boys are out. So we got a couple of guys doubling up from the other night.
A couple of new guys too. We've got the Queen's Hitman, aka Bishop Wacker, driving for RCLL, or the Lucky Second team. We haven't come up with a name for them yet, but we will. G'day, Brocky. We've got Tankmaster. He is the red hot favourite for this season, make no mistake, ladies and gentlemen. This guy is an absolute machine.
Yeah, along with Captain Muffin in race 1, they both showed the field a clean set of heels. Cleared away pretty quickly and gave everybody a fair old spectacle.
Here is my man, the Muffin Man. Big fan of this guy, and he has one of the best gamer tags we've ever had here at Sector 1. We got Superfly. Now this makes my heart, really miss a beat. He's actually changed his gamer tag to his nickname I gave him. How cool is that? Like, really? But clearly Deathgrip Racing can't afford paint because he's not running a livery. Got the crazy one, second of the Switchblade dive. So the Switchblade guys are keen. Very keen to get the season.
In the time. Is that Revolution livery the most understated pre-season livery of all time?
I think it's up there. It's very much up there. We've got the plumber. What a guy. Racing for the best team on the grid. Ragged Edge Racing. Get around them. This team's going to make big waves this season in BMW. Make no mistake about it. Got Stickers McQueen for Dadson in those beautiful Bacchus BMWs. They are gorgeous, those things.
Stickers will be out for revenge tonight. I reckon he had a really solid start on Saturday night. Went from the front end of the field to the back end of the field very quickly and ruined his race at the bus stop. He'll be looking to turn that around.
We've got Dadson, second of the Dadson Racing, team owner, of course. He's another one, or as we call him, Gillette Man. Believe in yourself. I thought I was hard on myself, but boy, this guy takes the cake.
He's red hot form at the moment. He gave a couple of Ferrari guys a touch up on Saturday night. He raced both races and he had I think more than two of them behind him at the end of the race.
Tech Master goes straight to the top of the 121.4. Got Street Reduced for Obsession. That beautiful Kart Magic, Forgotten Ireland, Brewery, Tasdig. Geez, you've got a lot of sponsors down there at Obsession.
Ireland.
Big shout out also goes to Pruski, who did some real racing on the weekend. Apparently had a really good day, beat all his PBs, which is really cool. And apparently he sent it at the hairpin at Simmons Plains as well. Great photo. That's 3 wide, which is pretty cool. And we've got VF in that non-pink. So this is the first of the FPC cars that isn't pink for this season, just a nice little pink stripe. This car is actually a tribute to his real-life Valiant. So a bit of a throwback to that. And got a new sponsor on board with Hibernera Cafe. And it is a ghost livery, so expect an extra 3/10 out of that car. Masters in, the Muffin Man's in. Dadson here at the moment, currently in third, so again, don't know what he's on about, saying he should be in Group B. Oh, the plumber's got a penalty. What are you doing, son? Come on, into the lift.
Captain Muffin's on a decent sort of lap here with, oh no, he's come in. He had personal best second, personal best third sectors there, but looked like he's come in for a fresh set of boots.
G'day to the fan club. We need an extra button for the fan club, just like a...
Yeah, we need to work something out, an announcement when they're here.
Yeah, I think so, some sort of Vuvuzela or something. So this stream will double up as probably a mini micro sector as well, as we just do a bit of a preview of the season ahead as well. So just sort of...
Do that, yep.
Yeah, just something a bit different, keep it a bit fresh and a bit loose.
Did you get a chance to watch the Ferrari race on Saturday, Sean?
I did.
Thought a replay?
I did. So I sat down and watched the Spa 24-hour yesterday. And, oh, what a day of sport yesterday! Got to 1 o'clock. 1 o'clock last night, and I was sported out.
Sported out.
Yeah. But yeah, I did watch the Ferrari race. Very interesting. Part of me thinks maybe DB was just a bit of sandbags there, I reckon, personally.
Yeah, the front two showed their class. Knuckles had a bit of a fly around, I think he kept plenty in the bag too. I don't think anybody really showed all their wares. Got Tankmaster on a flyer now, first flying lap.
Like his lawn care cars, big change for them in the livery. Looks like they bought some red paint and that's about it. Ooh, that's special paint, wow. See what happens when you win a BMW championship, look out.
Okay, we got Captain Muffin, run purple first sector, 21-3.
Let's jump on board with Muffin Man.
He's the main danger man to take Master again tonight, I feel. We're looking around the second sector and something around like 36.2 would be a good time.
Into the corkscrew. Really famous part of the track. He's way up here. He's flying. This is some lap from the Muffin Man.
That's a PB second sector, not the fastest one. I think Jackmaster still holds the purples for that second sector, but he's I think Jackmaster may have slightly improved.
Bang, Muffin Man to the top.
There we go.
21-2. Good lap. Very good lap. Now, what has Rommel got in return? Oh, VF just, see, up in the third. The ghost livery form continues. That's actually really well done by VF. So he's found an extra gear again from last season because he finished last season really strong. So it looks like he's just found a little bit more, which is great to see. Good stuff.
Got a really tight sort of group behind the leading two. All in the 120. Third position all the way down at 9th. 8th position, bum crack. All in the 22s from 22.2 to 22.8. So essentially half a second covering 2/3 of the field. It should be a good race behind the front two. So at this stage, you're holding about almost a second advantage a lap, 8/10.
I do expect the front two to sort of be the title protagonist, but I think that battle for third in the championships going to be really red hot this season. And Superfly now pops into fourth.
I think we were discussing with Troy the other night, there's still a few racers who aren't in this from BMW A who'll give those top two a bit of a run for their money too. Oh, what I miss?
Just having a look there now.
Flying, a bit of off-road driving.
Of course, Hollingsworth's not racing tonight. He'll be another one to definitely keep an eye on. Mighty Mo, of course.
Definitely.
So there's a couple of the big players not racing tonight, so string quality.
It's great to see though these newer drivers really committed and backing up, taking every advantage to get the practice in and get a feel for what S1 racing's all about. Feels like this is a track where tyres at their freshest is when the time comes. They're all struggling to better the time they set on their first flyer.
Brain Egg, the stream quality must be on your end, mate. Because I can get 1080p on my phone, no problem at all.
Yeah, no, we're getting issues here on the iPad.
Just make sure you hit the 3 dots and just double check that it is running on 1080p. Oh, that's qualifying. Oh.
We are done. It rushed up on us. Good, it's all practice.
That's it. So the Muffin Man finishes on top. Tankmaster in second, VF in third, and Superfly in fourth. Looking forward to a good... Actually, this should be really interesting. I'm really looking forward to seeing a couple of drivers, how they go. Especially these newer drivers.
Yeah.
I've been really impressed with the Crazy One's attitude, actually, towards this whole season. He knows he's not the quickest, but just his excitement for us, really great to see. I love that kind of stuff. All right, here we go. Preseason test race 2, Laguna Seca. And we are racing, and everyone gets off the line very well now, so head down towards turn 1.
Break it in, drop and break the start.
Oh.
Almost created mayhem, but got away with it.
Oops. As you can see, Conte's a bit rusty as well. So the Muffin Man leads the way through the Andretti hairpin. Take Master in second. Superfly, nice start up to third, and that's Stealth Bomber. VF in the fourth. Oh, someone's went way wide there. Oh no! Oh dear, oh dear. Oh dear. Oh wow, Dadson's had a shocker. See if we can catch that on our Aussie Hampton replay. Yeah, he's just got onto the dirt and he's ploughed straight to his teammate. Oh, what is going on there at Datsun Racing? Oh, and he's forced the ragged edge car wide. Troy, you better have a word to them about that, please. Can't be having any of that. Oh, look at this battle here, though. The corkscrew. Oh, Superfly, what a move. Oh, wow. He's come to play already. Check this out. Jumping on board with Superfly. Gets a great run there. I think that's turn 8, if I'm not mistaken. It's probably 9. Up into the corkscrew and just absolutely sends a great move there from Superfly. Of course, proud owner of Move of the Season last season. As he flew down the inside of McPhillamy Park. Us now fires it down the inside. Oh, Muffin Man gets in the back of him a little bit, so these three have skipped away to a little lead.
Yeah, surprised here by Superfly's early pace. He's well up there with these two leaders, and Bishop Wacker. He's hanging in tight too.
Bishop Wacker there in fourth. Really a big fan of that RCO livery. Chill-out systems on board.
I'm just about to make mention again on the Toro car, which we saw in the sun on Saturday, and even in these cloudy conditions, that red they've used this season pops.
I believe it's called...
Definitely an improvement on last season.
I believe it's called Championship Red.
Championship Red, there you go. Oh! Wide running Jimmy Superfly. He's managed to correct himself, but he's lost a bit of time now.
So,
Captain Muffin.
So the Hitman's going to fly it up the inside, jumping on board. Gets it done. Nice move. VF in another solid fifth. This is classic VF at the moment. This is what he does. He just accumulates. Really solid operator. I'll tell you what, the crazy one in the 6th already. That's a great, geez, that's a good job. Look at it. That, not a mark on that thing.
Pristine. And I think I made mention before the start, Stickers that had an unfortunate start at Dragon Trail in the last race, and he's just had a repeat at the rear of the field after coming together with his teammate. Just a little bit of bad luck, but I'll tell you what, it might not be a bad idea to get rid of all your bad luck before the season starts.
On board with the plumber at the moment. If you haven't heard big exciting news, I will be joining him as a teammate for this season. Oh, he sends it from Amsterdam and absolutely clobbers Streetle Juice. Okay, I didn't teach him that. Wowee. I'm glad these boys realise it's pre-season. Hopefully they get all this out of the way.
Bishop back and trying to do the right thing here, getting out of the way as he goes a penalty.
Tell you what, Laguna Seca.
No good, Doc. Stuff you. Streetle Juice driving for Obsession. Good doctor wants to check out his handiwork. I hope he's talking about the livery. There he is. Yeah, made note of that one on Saturday. It was a little bit different, but looked nice.
Yeah.
A dark on dark colour, so to speak. It's yeah, it works. Definitely works.
Big fan of the honeycomb. I like the honeycomb.
Yes. Captain Muffin sideways at the end of one. I think it might be.
There's a Hampton replay.
He's doing a bit of drifting.
Oh yeah, he got a little bit loose out of that second last corner, and he did catch it. Could have been worse. Nice catch.
I have noticed Tank Master's very robotic. He doesn't miss many apexes. Gets into his rhythm and away he goes. He's going to be a challenger. Yeah.
And he's the grand old age of 15, I believe.
Right.
I know. So there is talk around the, especially around the admin table, that BMW Group B is very much the senior citizens league.
Senior citizens one. Yeah.
Yep. Pretty much all of us are down there. You know, except that fast guy, that big guns guy.
Yep. And Mo being an A, I suppose.
Oh, Mo being an A, yeah, that's fair enough.
Yeah, fighting away.
Yeah, but the rest of us, off to B you go.
Very interesting to see a young gun like Tank Master battling away with an experienced campaigner like Mo. Mo's got an ability to test a following car's patience.
Well, I think
to the extreme.
That's the big test. We also know with Hollingsworth as well, we've seen him race last season, so we know what to kind of expect from him as well.
Yeah.
In terms of pace. So these guys, these newer guys at the moment, these pre-season races, which is good for them, but we'll see on Sunday. Then we'll really...
then you add on a few other quicker drivers and the pressure of it being a championship race, and that's what sorts them out in the end. I've seen many fast drivers come unstuck under race conditions.
Have. And of course, when we get to championship races, of course the stewards room is open for business. That's always an added little pressure, knowing that you are under the keen eye of our fantastic stewards.
Yep. Again, repeating, for those that haven't seen in Discord, there have been some amendments and changes made to the stewarding process for Season 2.
Yep.
So familiarise yourself with.
So there are no more appeals. The appeal system has been scrapped.
Correct. And I believe the weary eye of the race director is now scanning all races and picking up incidents live as they happen.
That's correct, and also the streams are being reviewed again. So big pressure now. And with the championship points system the way it is as well, penalties really hurt. We saw that last season, especially in S1 GT. Basically, yeah, DB doesn't have that round of Brands Hatch, he wins the championship.
Yes. Costly.
I'll just take that back, Claude. I think the RDs have been dismissed of trying to get incidents now. It's just all down to the stream review.
Thank you. Thank you for proving me a liar in front of me.
Oh yes, the fan club has come up with something. BMW B, OAP, the old age pensioners, experience, been there, done that, no egos, nothing to prove.
Just a note here, Tank Master has it at 121.6 here.
Of course he has. Freak.
I don't think he got down to the 21s in qualifying, but
yeah. Sorry to put that on screen, guys. I'm just wondering why my fastest lap isn't coming up.
Interesting. Oh, well, it's because it's GT Sport.
Oh, of course.
That a bit.
I don't. This is the first Monday night from the stream we've ever done as well. I can't remember doing a Monday night.
No.
Well,
VF is putting in some good times here. Maybe gaining slowly here on Jimmy Superfly to create a point of interest for us.
He's got Bishop back behind him as well, so
Just about 3/10 of a lap quicker than Jimmy Superfly at the moment. It's really interesting to notice a comparison of how these cars are handling the way they did around Dragon Trail, and I'm sure it's going to be accentuated around here. These cars are just so stable compared to those Ferraris.
They are.
Ferraris are an exciting car to watch get around these tracks.
They are exciting to watch, but these BMWs also understeer like a 1975 Valiant.
They can. That's the battle with this one. Yep.
Did a few initial laps today, just breaking in the race car, and yeah, the first thing that sprang out to me, especially my driving style, was understeer and a bucket load.
Yep. It's a car that responds really well to a tune.
Yes, it does. Unfortunately, we don't get that luxury.
Nope.
But you know, that's the challenges, and
unless you jump on hacks.com.
yeah, that's right, of course.
Yeah.
Please provide your credit card number and CVV number, please.
All right, so the leaders come in, Sean.
It's interesting. I saw that.
He's come in
Two stop.
earlier than everybody else.
Definitely two stopping. Oh,
Yes.
Bishopwack had a big moment there, coming out of the corkscrew. Caught on with that. So the Drivers' Championship, I believe, it will be a race in between probably 3 or 4 drivers, but the Teams' Championship, with the way our point structure works, especially in BMW, is wide open.
Yeah, well, I think, as you were saying earlier, Ragged Edge is well set up. You know, you're going to be harvesting a good number of points out of the B Championship, and you've got a strong partner there in the Plumber. He's in A, isn't he?
He is an A, yep.
Yep. So a good even spread between the two, the two, what should we call them, groups there. So expecting that out of you blokes. I think you guys will be struggling.
Yep, so we'll definitely, I'll be getting to work with him probably tomorrow for the rest of the week. We'll start to dial in, and of course round 1 is at the worst track in the world.
Where we then got, obviously, Tankmaster, who's teaming up with Tankmaster.
That would be Grassies, aka Buffalo.
Okay. Grassies, okay, yep. Showing a little bit.
So Grassies, I believe, will be driving injured for the first couple of rounds. So he'll be driving one-handed, I believe. Which is fair effort. Of course, the Muffin Man turning up the crazy one. Another switchblade. As I was saying, the BMW Teams Championship, I think, is really wide open. Right? There's not really a team where you go, they might struggle a little bit. So, you know, there's...
No, yeah, that's right. We've got a couple of elder statesmen at CP counterpunch this year. I think if you add my age and old Henry's age, we break the century quite easily.
Experience.
Probably the oldest pairing, I think, going around it in Sector 1 this season.
What's the old saying? Can't buy experience.
No. And he's pumped, Henry, to be back. Of course, we had to take a leave of absence last season, and we really missed him, and he really missed it too, and he's very keen to get back behind the wheel. And it's one of those guys that's shown improvement season to season, old Henry, to the point where he was getting extremely competitive in some of those B races and some of those A races a season and a bit ago.
He's a quick operator.
Yeah.
gets his head down. He's very much quick. Geez, that fuel saved by the Muffin Man there. Geez, that's impressive.
Wow. He's got every comfortably covered.
Look, Mo's just flown in. CP can buy anything.
No, can't buy Mo's love.
Wow. Maybe with cryptocurrency.
Yeah, that's right.
Ooh, so this is interesting. Okay, so Muffin Man is in the box seat here because we know Tankmaster owes us a pit stop.
Yeah, let's have a maybe run through of fuel and tyre situations. We've got Tankmaster there who is leading all. Currently sitting on about, what has he got? 2/3 of a tank. Well over half anyway, with some fairly fresh tyres, as we said. Not a lot in the way of fuel difference, Sean.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah,
That's surprising.
If anything, Tankmaster's got more fuel, slightly more fuel on board.
So he's played a bit of a interesting card there. So what he's done,
may have saved massively in that first stint.
he could have saved massively. What he could have done on his outlaps, his couple of outlaps, really just backed it off. Yeah, that's playing with the field here a little bit. This is a bit of a flex.
Final stopper at the moment now in the crazy one. But back again to tyres, we have Jimmy Superfly again, same amount of fuel, fresher tyres in the front too. So that could help him gain a bit of time back on Captain Muffin in the latter stages of the second stint. Stickers, that's an impressive recovery from Stickers, who still owes us a pit stop though. So he's yet to come in and probably won't figure towards the back end of the race. Did like that little bit of pink on the car to remind us of where they come from. It's VF putting in another solid performance, and he's similar fuel, 2/3 of a tank, fresh tyres. All these guys are running pretty similar strategies, other than I think if you look at Street Dukes, he's running something different. He is doing the two-stop.
He's got Dadson right behind him here for company. Dadson makes the move, gets it done.
Yeah.
Nice move.
Whatever that strategy was, it hasn't worked.
So Dadson's on the charge here.
Keep an eye on that gap from Dadson to VF.
It's definitely coming down.
Dadson's just set his personal best second sector, so he's pushing.
With the Queen's hit man.
He's 2/10 quicker on that last lap than VF, so he is gaining. Interestingly, up the front too, Tankmaster might be just playing the gap here, but he's dropped a second on that last lap to both Captain Muffin and Jimmy Superfly, who dropped 1:21.7s as compared to the 1:22 for Tankmaster. So there's still a little bit of racing to be had here. It's not finalised.
Dadson's chopping time here. He's really on the move.
Captain Muffin again a second quicker than Tankmaster out the front, so that's 2 seconds he's clawed back in the last 2 laps.
There's that early stop hurt Tankmaster in terms of tyre wear. It's the other thing I found with these BMWs, once they get a certain amount of wear in those front tyres, wow. They're a very different animal to drive.
Hmm.
Oh, Oh, Streetel's gone. Oh. Oh, well. Get all your bad luck out of the way.
Yeah. Okay, so that's what has he got? He's coming to 7/10. Definitely closing. It's impressive to be able to see a driver do this. You know, raise his pace mid-race in that way. You know, he was sitting in that back of the back end of the midfield, I suppose, to describe it as. And as soon as that pit stop happened, he's come out and he's a different driver.
Yeah, some drivers, I think it's some mentality as well. So some drivers are good starters, really focus on that first half of the race to really establish a gap. Yeah, other drivers, like myself,
he's found an extra gear here late in this one.
I very much work backwards from a race, so I want my car to be the strongest in the back end of a race.
Side by side.
Tell you what, this gap's coming right down now. It's down at 1.3 seconds. It's gone because Tankmaster's had a massive moment. Check that on our Aussie Hampton replays. We jump on board the Lucky's Lawn Care BMW. He's just got on the sand there and around she's gone. He keeps it off the wall though. Don't scratch that brand new red paint. That'll come out of his pay packet. There you go, you see. Snap.
Put the Moz on him. Oh, we've lost another.
Lost another. Wow.
One is gone.
Hopefully these are bad connections and not a bit of you know whaties.
Yeah, we'll give benefit of the doubt.
We will give benefit of the doubt because it is pre-season, but
Tankmaster's come in again with 40 in the tank.
Tyres were cooked.
Clearly
though.
just a tyre stop, yeah. I'm not sure that's the play.
So Muffin Man leads the way, 7.3 seconds to go. Superfly in second. Tankmaster in third. Fourth is VF. Another strong showing here.
Looks like VF may have seen Dadson's challenge, seen it off for the time being anyway. He's managed to clear out by almost a second.
Plumber's been disconnected. Obviously not enough 2-part glue on the pipe. That was a plumber joke, by the way. I thought it was pretty good.
Plumber joke?
Yeah.
Todd's not even half a handyman, mate, so those jokes are going to go straight over my head.
I don't know many plumber jokes myself. I don't know many plumbers actually.
No, it's an opportunity for these guys that are having disconnection issues. The issue's out, pardon me, talking to the mic. You know, going in and see the last thing you want to be doing is disconnecting mid-race.
Yeah. Well, the fan club's just fired in here. Whoever's in charge of peddling the bike for the generators in Tassie aren't doing their job. Internet is crap here at the moment.
Oh, that's a shame.
Yeah, it is. Maybe it's karma for all the time that they've hung crap on us Victorians.
Yeah.
But it's
Gaz
all right.
thinks, as a plumber, it's a good joke.
Yeah.
Not bad.
Oh, thanks, Gary. There you go. I do know a plumber. We know Gaz. Of course, Victoria yesterday reaffirmed itself as the sporting capital of Australia. So big congratulations to the Melbourne Vixens, Richmond Tigers and the Melbourne Storm. Bring 3 championships back to the home of sport.
Commiserations to our good mate Filthy.
Yes, hard luck, Filthy.
Hard luck.
CB, I would
Next
display
year.
fastest lap, but hashtag kind of can't.
We've got a Tankmaster still holds the fastest lap with a 1:21.6, where Jimmy Superfly and Captain Muffin both have managed a 1:21.7. So he's still got that 10th over him.
Yep. So the fastest lap is the guy that went fastest on a lap. There you go.
Mm-hmm.
It's only that hard-hitting analysis you get here at Sector 1.
Yeah, that's right. We get down and dirty to get that inside goss, all the dirty news. So anything that stands out of this race for you, Sean, is sort of a pre-season.
Oh, there it is. It just popped up.
indicators?
The fastest lap just
Did
popped
it?
up out of nowhere.
Typical. Good on you.
Wow.
Gran Turismo Sport.
Oh, look, probably for mine is VF's drive.
Yep.
Just,
Solid drive.
just another solid performance, just really kicking on from last season. Just nice, consistent. Really hasn't got himself involved in any incidents. So
Yep.
very
I'm gonna
impressive.
say Moen's probably stickers at this stage. The monkey's on his back. He's got that terrible thing happening where no matter what you do, you seem to find trouble, and we've seen that haunt some of our competitors in the past.
NASCAR comes to mind, yeah. Mo.
Yeah, comes to mind, and Mo comes to
Filthy.
mind where, yeah, good doc.
Yeah.
You know, it just doesn't matter what you do, it just finds you. And it's a tough little thing to break and stop from happening. And at this stage, it's happening to stickers. So hopefully,
Oh,
if he has another
there you
crack at
go.
one of these practice races.
Moz, that there is commentator's curse, absolutely timed to perfection.
Has he had another incident,
Yep.
has he?
He's building
Right.
sandcastles.
So if I was him, I'd be running the 3rd practice race and trying to have a nice clean one.
Yeah.
Speaking of which, I believe 3rd practice races, they're going ahead.
Yes, so 3rd practice will be on Thursday. Hopefully
Yep.
we can get Troy up and running and
Mm-hmm.
get him all hooked in. That will be at the Mount Panorama for that one. And then that's it for practice races, because Sunday we are back, ladies and gentlemen. So basically, guys, what we do, because I do believe it pretty much be members watching tonight. As soon as you see the post go out for the stream, share that like you've never shared anything before. We really want to, because there's a good chance this may be our last full season on GT Sport. So we really want to send it out with a bang.
Yeah.
So get as many things going. We're going to try a couple of new things with the stream as well. Good doctor, give me a yell if you'd like an RD for Thursday, yes. Okay, Doc, giving you a yell, mate. There you go, mate.
We need one.
Yep. Probably good for you to get the dust the vocal cords out, mate, and get yourself fired up. Wonder how the good doc gets himself fired up. Since he's such a
Oh,
calm.
he'd probably just stand in front of the mirror, I reckon.
Yeah, probably.
Just give himself a good stare down and...
Cup of tea, maybe some smooth jazz.
Yeah.
Yeah, just sort of. Okay, Doc.
Shot of some fine Tasmanian Scotch
Yes.
whiskey.
Whiskey. Maybe a nice Pinot Noir. I don't know.
Away he goes.
That sounds a bit civilised there for the doc. Anyway, we got a cop there for that, you know that. Anyway, the Muffin Man currently landing 16 seconds of the good. Been a dominant performance. Tank Master, brave effort, tried the two-stop, tried something a little bit different, just to see, you know, where he's at, which is what we like to see. Oh, Superfly's had a big moment in the last lap. Oh dear, we'll see. We'll check quickly on our Aussie Hampton replay.
So it's Dadson. Dadson's had himself a nice old off.
He's had himself,
final lap.
just to quote our man Frank Spencer, he's had himself a whoopsie. But the Muffin Man gets the win.
Well done, Muffin Man.
So, interesting. One win each for Tank Master and the Muffin Man. Wonder if a couple of other big players will jump in on Thursday.
Be good to see, I reckon.
Be good to see. Superfly there in third. Fourth, and driver of the race for me, definitely VF. Just a smooth operator, this guy. That's it in fifth. Nice job. Now, I don't want him to see to fly. I don't want him seeing flying in the Discord. I should be in Group B.
You got room over there, big guns, for another, or is your room full?
It's a bit of a personal question.
It is a bit.
No, we got a few spots.
Yep, I might come across with
Just
this
going to
one.
recap our race results. We don't really, but it's good to get into practice. So the Muff Man in first, Tank Master in second, Superfly in third, VF in fourth, Dadson in fifth, the Queen's Hitman in sixth, the Crazy One in seventh, and Stickers McQueen, if it wasn't for bad luck, he'd have no luck at all, in eighth position.
Solid little workout for him.
Scotty G says Dirk Diggler style for the good doc. Wow. Wow.
It was the image I was trying to avoid when I brought up the mirror.
Thanks, Scotty.
Nice one, G-Man.
There's always one that's just got to take it that little bit blue.
Yep. A little bit too far. See that back there? That's the line.
Seeing some pretty impressive times in the Ferraris.
We seen anything sub 120?
Didn't say sub 120, but
No. What sort of times are we talking about?
definitely low 20s. There was
Low
been a couple.
20s.
We've got a few of the big names in here again as well. Rocky and DB007 and Morgan's in this time.
And the goat.
And the goat.
And the goat. Ooh, here we go.
Oh, the kid's in.
The kid is in.
We've almost got a full grid.
Wow, these Ferrari boys are keen.
Oh, hang on. I better take myself out. Don't want to see me race just yet.
Wow, that there is a big sound of confidence right there.
I see Ricky Bobby out here.
Yeah,
There's some big names about.
it's good to see.
And then some not so big names. We've got Karen in here. Just kidding, mate.
Well, I think everyone's ready to go and yous are ready to go.
Dial it in, mate. Dial it in.
Shall I just take a back seat on this one, boys? It's all yours.
No, you can wander down to the pits if you like.
I'll have a look down there.
DJ Brains joined us as well. Wow, this is good.
He's lucky he caught that in time.
So we'll get to see another couple of liveries as well. Of course, the team profiles have been going up on the public Facebook page, so I hope you guys have been enjoying those. And of course, sorry, go
I
ahead.
haven't seen the Ragged Edge one yet.
No, what is going on with these? Well, it's getting there. Save the best till last, mate.
That's right.
Exactly. Of course, the season guide went out today, so I hope all you guys are got around that and had a good look. You can share that around as well if you want, guys. Go nuts, you know.
Righto.
All right.
Qualifying is underway. it was a real bummer I couldn't get the stream to work tonight.
Yeah, we'll work it out.
We'll work it out. Probably good for me to get one out of the way, and
That's how I was looking at it.
all we can do is we'll get the good doc with you and maybe myself or someone else on Thursday. And, we can look in and
So I expect to see the likes of Rocky and DB007 come out flying, but I think Morgan's going to be one to watch in the Ferrari. He seems to have got a hold on it.
there is the #1 driver from Lucky's Lawn Care Racing, that beautiful Melbourne Polytechnic Ferrari. He's Lucky. There's Ricky Bobby for Obsession. There's Old Wakey, aka Captain Snooze for Aussie Hampton Racing. There's Karen, aka Bunnings for Switchblade, the Deeds Brewing entry. That is the Photosphere beer, apparently. Who knows what it tastes like? Probably like an old box of film, but anyway. Then we've got Diogo. Oh boy, the fan club, they're just getting warmed up now. There's their man. Safe to say, probably one of the most popular drivers we've ever had.
Oh, I reckon he would be.
Yeah. There's DB007 in that beautiful counterpunch Ferrari. I'm a big fan of that. Looks fantastic.
They look fast. I like it.
Does look fast. Also, that is the handiwork of the mighty Mo Man. There's DJ Brain, check y'all for CJ Esports. First time we've seen the CJ Esports Ferraris. There's Sashman on the side. Big shout out to Jim Marner as well. Went into surgery today to get repaired on his hand. Hope he's doing okay. Hope he got a nice nurse as well. But it will teach him for using his hand as a hammer.
Pretty interested to see how Lucky goes tonight. He's obviously told the boss, step out of my way, I'll give it a go tonight. We saw Knuckles have a fairly decent start in his first practice outing on Saturday, and I'm sure Lucky will be looking to do something similar.
Okay, Black Project there, currently 9th in the beautiful Blacklight Ferrari. Of course, with Panisky Artisan Distilleries, they make a beautiful vodka apparently. As always, the box is always open to free samples and taste testing.
Especially if it's vodka.
Yes, very much so. There's Morgan. Really, really fascinated to see how Morgan goes this season. Really fascinated. As the goat goes straight to the top. The kid. Oh, Morgan just goes bang with a 20.7. Wow, if you don't mind, umpire. And the Cyborg sitting in the pits. Wow, the nerve on this guy.
He loves his mind tricks, doesn't he?
Oh, boy.
Playing mind games and...
He's probably forgot there's a qualifying session.
Of course, there is the GOAT, aka the kid in the amwash. We told you there was a pink Ferrari, and there it is.
Yeah, it's all them well-known names rising to the top again.
Yep. Oh. Thank you, good doc. I'll be getting onto that very quickly. Make no mistake about that.
Karen Unleashed, aka Mr. Brent, he was doing pretty good in practice. If you get to see him throw a few good races out in the Ferrari since he's stepping up this season.
He's currently 4th. Been talking a lot about braking modulation and sort of trying to get his brake performance absolutely nailed down in this car. That was his big sort of... the fan club says the amwash livery is an improvement, but still. Oh, wow. Oh, well, the fan club. Well, you just got yourself in the book. You don't want to get in the book. To quote our man Chris Jericho, you've just made the list. Yeah, look, pink is hard to work with, but I tried to weave a little bit of ghost magic, but I still think it looks okay. At least you can't miss it, that's the main thing.
End of the day, it's still pink.
That's correct.
So, somebody help me out. Who's Old Wakey?
Old Wakey is, aka Captain Smooth, is another graduate from the Community Series.
There we go, impressive little start here. He
Actually has had a couple of podiums in the Community Series as well, so...
got himself in front of a couple of big names here. You know, he's got guys like Ricky Bobby, DJ Brain, Project X, Diago behind him, Rocky.
Yeah, I think Brocky might be just playing some mind games like you were saying earlier.
Well, at this stage he's starting from the back of the field, isn't he?
Well, we've seen DB 007 have a slow start to his qualifying on Saturday and then come out and just blitz them. So
Rocky might be onto something, because since that first flying lap for everybody, where they set their best times, there's been very little improvement.
Here's another guy I think I'm really keen to see how he goes this season, is Black Project RX7.
Yeah, he's moved himself into a fantastic team, a solid team with a solid background, get plenty of support there. And he's got everything to prove in front of him, really.
Almost safe to say he'd been the #1 driver, I reckon, at Blacklight.
Yeah.
So,
Well, who's the other Ferrari driver?
that'll be the Bad Doctor.
The Bad Doctor.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Gee, that's a step up too. Yeah.
It is.
Good on him.
So we probably looking to just get solid results. They won't be aiming too high. It's not the Blacklight way to aim too high. So
Just those two pairing, they're unknown quantities, both of them. But Bad Doctor's best is very, very good.
it is.
It's him sort of being able to hit that on a more consistent basis. He's just had a little bit of trouble reproducing that best on a steady basis, you know. But could all come together for him this season.
It's just the learning curve is going to hurt, I think, at the beginning in the MR.
I think with the Bad Doctor, he's lucky. He's got a couple of tracks on the calendar, especially one that he's really very quick around. That track in Brazil, the Doc is very fast around there.
Yeah, Interlagos specialist.
Very good around Interlagos. So Morgan's still leading the way. The kid has cut the gap down to 0.097. DB there in third. Karen in fourth. Captain Stu's in fifth. That's a great job. Geez, that's a good job. Out qualifying Diego there. Wow, there you go.
Yeah, no, he's in the middle of it.
I think this season's going to be all about finishing the race. It's not going to be about the speed, I think, for most. You see a lot of people making mistakes already, so it's going to be making the most of other people's mistakes, I think, this season, especially for me, because that's how I'm going to have to approach it.
I reckon you're right, mate. I reckon the Ferrari's going to draw mistakes out of drivers. It's going to catch them out.
Yeah.
It's one of those cars you've got to be careful on the throttle. You can't just plant the foot into it and expect it to drive out of the corner. It'll kick you off, you know. She's a bit of a wild stallion, as they say. So it's the guys that are consistent, the guys that manage to push it to the edge without going over the edge, are the ones that will reap the rewards.
Did you like Bill and Ted's adventure there, Claude?
Nah.
Wild Stallions. Wild Stallions. I think the key with these Ferraris as well is knowing when to battle and when to just back it off a bit and just conserve. It's picking your battles very much so.
Lucky starting to find some speed out there. 3 consecutive personal best sectors. And into the low 22s.
Because the hot topic around the pit lane at the moment is rear tyre life.
And we saw in that first race that there was a couple of guys that were able to be really good at conserving tyres and would benefit from it. Were able to benefit from it. So where some of those drivers that like to slide the car around the corners and that, you know, will shorten their stints, put them at a disadvantage.
DB 007 moves up to position 2.
Tell you what, I'm really impressed with Karen's drive here at the moment. And 4th, and he's found more time again. Better not say that too loud, otherwise we'll never get the end of it. No, he has been putting in quite a bit of practice.
Yes, he's been putting his own lobbies up for people to jump in, so good on him. It's one of them cars you kind of need to practice in.
Troy, you sound like you've already talked yourself out of this season.
As soon as it got mentioned that there was an MR, lost faith.
Of course, so you came out of an MR into the GTR and now back into an MR again.
Yeah.
Come on, surely it can't be as bad as the McLaren.
As bad as that McLaren. Couldn't be.
Oh, I don't think it's as bad as the McLaren. I think both the McLaren and the Ferrari have come a ways in the updates, but...
Oh, the kid. The kid. Oh, boy. Wow. There you go. That's example right there what happens with the Ferrari when you get the back end out. She goes.
Mm-hmm. You'll be disappointed in that. He'd set 2 PB, sector 1, sector 2. Just prior to stuffing that lap up.
Brocky's out.
Okay, he's got enough time to make a lap.
Oh, here we go.
He's realised there's a qualifying session.
Let's jump on board with the Cyborg, the 4-time champ.
Knows how to steal the limelight, doesn't he?
Yep. Only one of 2 multiple champs in Sector 1. Of course, the other one is speaking to you right now. It's a rare club, rare.
We need reminding, don't we?
There's no championships here. I'm lucky to make the grid.
Is this going to be one of those Cyborg look at me laps?
Well, he's planned it that way. He's sitting in the pits. He knows the camera's on him now. He's away on his first flyer.
Down in the Andretti hairpin. Nice apex. Let's stay on board for this lap. Beautiful exit now. Into turn 2. Just clips that inside apex nicely. Drifts it right out wide using the whole ripple strip. Now flows it through in his purple sector. Look at this guy. He's back, ladies and gentlemen. Make no mistake. This guy is motivated to get another championship. Now he uses the camber of the road beautifully. Just rides it right up against that outside ripple strip. Now a short little flick. Doesn't hit the inside nipple. This is car control at its absolute finest. Now up towards the fearsome corkscrew. How late does he brake? Just before the hump. Dials it in, then slides it around. He's gone! He's gone! He's gone!
Oh, there we go. He's human.
Yep, drank too much of his own bathwater.
Having said that, we've got the kid up front there who's set the first sector, purple sector, 21.4. He's just gone a little bit faster than what Brocky did in his first sector.
What's the kid got? Ricky Bobby just slides his way up to 4th position there.
Fourth, just casually. in typical Ricky Bobby
Yep.
style.
Remember me, guys?
Almost goes unnoticed.
Oh, the geez. How did the kid hold on to that?
Yeah,
Wow.
he made a mistake somewhere there in sector 2 because
Corkscrew.
DB goes to the top.
dropped 4 tenths.
Nice lap from DB
There we go.
What about Morgan now? It's turning into a bit of a ripping qualifying session here. Stays second. Now, I do believe the sideboard got another lap. Is that right? Yep, he did.
He did.
Yep.
And there's a lot of PB time starting to come through now. So the cars are light. Fuel's been burnt. Nice fresh tyres on. These guys are going to put in their best laps now.
DJ up to 8th. Nice job.
He's going to need a clutch lap because he's currently sitting 12th.
He'll pull something out here. You watch. The fan club. The Ferraris are so twitchy that they have inbuilt Tourette's.
So fastest first sector again by the kid.
Oh,
Identical
Wakey.
time to his
Captain
last
Snooze
sector.
up to 7th. Nice job. Back with the cyborg now. He's got the last turn to go on the slide. This will bump him up the order, I feel, but how far up the order? Up to 7th. Yeah, there you go. So DB from pole, Morgan in second, the GOAT in third. Cool. G'day, Moff. Hope you're well. Jeez, it's a good looking grid though, isn't it?
And he's looking rather good this season.
They're not exactly an ugly car, are they?
No Auto 1 cars tonight to make the grid look better.
Yeah, unfortunately. We're just keeping them under wraps. And away we go for Preseason race 2 for the 458 competition there. Morgan now.
Seems like they all got off the grid.
Yeah, Morgan's going to send it. You just know he's going to fire it straight up the inside of DB. You can see that from a mile away. We know Morgan does not sit behind the pack and wait for the right time to pass. He just passes.
He's pretty quick in the Ferrari, Morgan.
He looks quick. On board with Karen, currently in 4th. Goat in front. Ricky Bobby in 5th. Rocky in 6th. Rocky in 7th.
Morgan does have the worst person to have behind you though. You know he's not slow. And at these speeds, one little error
Sorry.
and the car's backwards.
Just a bit of 2-3 wide action at the corkscrew there. On board with Lucky, currently in 6th. He's got the 4-time behind him.
Oh, he's run wide.
Yep, using the whole track. Relatively clean first lap by everyone, so very well done.
We might see Rocky have a little bit of a conservative approach and maybe try to get through the field on the fuel save.
What is the Ferrari like on the field?
I couldn't tell you. I've done about 10 laps so far. I think I've got a tank out of them 10 laps, so I might be alright.
You did see in the first race some guys produce some pretty impressive fuel save numbers. So it's obvious that you can still find lap speed with it while saving fuel. Oh.
I don't think it's a car you need to over-rev.
Well, the thing,
I think it's got a pretty good torque curve, the Ferrari.
I think the biggest thing with the Ferrari is why you can carry so much mid-corner speed with it.
Yeah.
So you can really, you don't have to drive it through the corner per se with some other cars, you have to drive it through the corner. With this you can sort of just rely on the chassis to get that big corner speed, so you can save a little bit of fuel there as well. VLX says 10 laps is 10 laps more than me. Says the reigning champ, who we haven't seen.
Did kind of just miss it, but poor old Karen had a bit of an incident. And has been pushed all the way back to 10th, now 9th on the recovery trail.
Gotcha. We just missed that on our next level replay. So a big shout out to the guys at Next Level for your sim rig needs. I can highly recommend their products. Got a GT Pro myself.
Oh, I think Lucky's had a bit of a
Lucky's
bingle.
bit of a Barney rubble.
Oh, I think he's gone.
He has gone. Where is he? I can't find him. Press him.
I think Lucky might have left.
Wow. Okay. Oh, Cyborg had a big moment there. He got a big tank slacker on. Caught it though.
Quite a few of these guys are starting to slide. The back end of this car pretty severely. And it's still only lap 3.
Once you take the top layer rubber off the MRs, it just becomes a little bit of a drift spec, I think.
Drift spec.
Hold on to it.
What is interesting is that there are already guys out there that are using that rear tyre up considerably more than those around them. Within sort of 3.5 laps, there's a difference forming. So it'll be interesting to see whether these guys that are finding it hard to control the back end of the Ferrari and control the tyre wear of the Ferrari, whether they can adjust their driving styles in any way to prevent that from happening. Watching DJ Brain here, and he's sideways out of every single corner.
So I've just been informed by Lucky that he's got pedal issues. Again, glad it's happening in the pre-season.
I think probably the most tyre usage would be from Karen.
Yeah. I don't know if that was promoted by part of the incident that he had and made us split a fair bit, but just watching him drive as well as DJ, they're two guys that really tend to slide around the corners
yep.
the others around him.
That's not going to do his rear tyre life any good at all. So, just judging by the looks of the car, you really have to drive it sort of on that fine line between grip and slide.
Yeah, and it's pretty much the for an average driver like myself, that line is about the thickness of a hair.
Maybe it's worth driving at 8/10.
I think it's worth driving with traction control 5 on for the first round.
I was about to say that. I didn't want to be the one.
Okay, so Morgan's still leading the way here, so we had our sort of title picks here, but this guy's rocketing up the order here at the moment, so I believe he did open at $10 on our Sector 1 bookies tote. And as I speak at the moment, he has moved in to $6.50, so
Some who's at 650?
Morgan for the title. That's good value.
Good value.
I think we're seeing a bit of a mistake there from
massive
Morgan.
mistake.
I think we might be seeing maybe a bit of the same thing from DB in the first test stream, where he's might be using Morgan to a bit of an advantage here.
Just playing a bit of a mind game, you feel. Just seeing what he's
I can
got.
already see DB's got a considerable fuel save over Morgan.
He's also managed to 121 back to back here. Closed right up.
So I thought Brocky getting in the fourth, he started to pull away, but Ricky Bobby's doing a stellar job holding on to him. Oh, he's made a boat. Brocky's had an oopsie. Oh dear, oh dear.
Lost 2 spots.
Yes, it might be pre-season, but these are just mistakes you don't see from the four-time.
Diago's taken advantage of that too.
I think he might have done a circuit on the motherboard, Rocky.
Yeah.
See, that is computer tech. I've got a PC now.
Yeah. Well done.
Just can't get my Yeti to work on the PC.
So here's old Blakey. So this is the strategy I was talking about. Don't have to be ridiculously fast. Just circulate, keep yourself out of trouble. And there you go, look, in the 7th position. Of course, the Aussie Hampton cars with their new paint scheme for this season, quite striking. Another one of those paint schemes you're definitely not going to miss out on track. But the main thing is, as long as the Aussie purple's there.
So Karen's coming tyres only stop.
Of course, one of the most popular team owners in the paddock, the Mighty Moth. So Karen's in.
Bit of an early stop there from Karen.
That is. Only 10 minutes in. On board with GB at the moment. He's in as well. Okay, maybe. Okay, they. Yeah, what would we know?
The other Tyrone's had an off at the back of the field, which has allowed to move up a spot to the 10th. Here we go, first round of stops.
Here we are. Yep, they're early stops, and 3 or 4 of the fastest guys in Sector 1 are all pitting, so clearly we know nothing.
Might be trying for the undercut here.
I think there's a lot of experimenting going on as well. Drivers.
There was a lot of tyre usage, but when you look at back down at DJ's car again, it's top rear tyres are shot. We've lost the other Tyrone as well.
Yeah, we have.
There is some problems with the net, I think, down in the southern states.
Well,
The Apple Isle.
mine's fine here in Sunbury. Got excellent net coverage.
Yep. Rocking out here in Moorabbin.
Oh, Ricky Bobby's had a bit of a bingle. Lost it at the corkscrew.
It's a bad time for that to happen. These are the laps where he's really been wanting to put his best laps in.
It's catch-22 this car, because when you see people pitting and you want to put in that extra good lap just so you can maybe get out in front of them, it'll bite you.
Yeah.
So Ricky Bobby finds himself in first position throughout all those stops, so he's going for that classic long strategy.
I think the undercuts worked for DB.
He has. He's got 2.5 over Morgan now. You just know he's a bit of a competitive animal, this guy, so you just know he'd be a little bit saltier after that race on Saturday. Just wants to re-establish a little bit of early season. Hey guys, I finished second last season, but I am here to win this bloody thing.
Of course, he had the race all but one on Saturday and miscalculated fuel by a lap.
Which normally means in the next race you overfill.
Yep. But as it stands right now, that undercut worked really, really well for him. He's come out with even more fuel on board than Morgan has. So.
Mountain Goat's another one who's just seems to be stepping into the Ferrari like he hasn't even left the GDR yet.
just tidy up those little bit of erratic mistakes that he had last season. Just tidy those up. We'll be up there. Make no mistake about it. As we see him at his very best, he is really supremely quick.
Another 15-year-old.
Yep. Of course, the Sector 1 production line just keeps rolling along.
It's good to see such young blokes that are clean, fair races.
Yeah, that's the good part of it, yes. The part that makes us feel they're not just young blokes, they're very, very, very fast young blokes.
Yeah, it's Troy saying there though, it's good to see some young guys that are mature in the way that they race, you know,
Yeah, I understand that, but they're fast. That's the problem.
Oh yeah, lightning fast.
That's the issue though.
No doubt about it.
It's becoming a young man's game.
Yeah, lightning fast reflexes.
Brocky's not kind of catching mountain goat as I thought he might have. Seems to be mountain goat maybe just stretching it a little bit from Brocky.
Not sure to make of Brocky's race at the moment. It's
You pull a rabbit out of a hat somewhere.
just maybe overdriving, find the limits.
To me, it just reeks of him not wanting to put pressure on himself early in the season and chase every win and then be expected to win. He did win on Saturday when he probably shouldn't have. AEDT had that race all but one, but just that, you know, not participating in 9/10 of the qualifying, and it's an interesting strategy.
Is he actually
just trying to keep some
fly
of
under
that
the
pressure off
radar?
himself.
He's trying to fly under the radar.
Yeah, well that's what I mean. Yeah, keep the focus away from himself and
It's a bit,
keep the pressure off.
bit difficult as a four-time champ to fly under the radar, though.
It is,
Yeah.
but he's definitely sort of letting these other fellas steal the limelight. You know, you've got Morgan Davey up there showing his wares, and so he should. You know,
Jeez, he's cut that gap down. Wow,
Yes.
he's flying. Well, Womble said Morgan ascended on DB from 400 metres back. Of course, Morgan is known in Sector 1 as Mr. Send It. Who could forget that move last season? 4 wide at Austria. One of the best moves I have ever seen.
Might be seeing a little bit of fuel save here from DB. He's short shifting pretty early.
It's two very distinctly different driving styles, isn't it? You got DB, who's just really smooth, calculated, almost metronome-like. You know, look at that, just a hint of oversteer on the exit of the corner. And then you got Morgan, who is ragged edge, loose, drives right at the limit every single lap. Fuel save is definitely a secondary option for him.
Two completely different styles, both producing equally as fast laps.
Yep.
Morgan Davey takes fastest lap.
20.062.
20.0.
That's
We may see a 19.
you may. I think I just threw up a little bit.
Karen's worked his way back to 7th.
Nice job by the second driver at Switchblade. Of course, team owner.
Yeah, I think he showed early on in this race that he had the speed to be top 4. So not surprised to see him working his way back through the pack.
there's one person you can never count out until the end of the race, and that's Ricky Bobby, because always has some kind of out there strategy, fuel saved to the max, comes out, pops out on the last couple of laps, and he's taking your spot off you.
Yeah. Him and Berry are two to watch this season. We saw that masterful drive from Berry at Brands Hatch last season, where it literally came from nowhere with a brilliant strategy call. These guys are obsession. They work well together. They're a really good pairing, Ricky Bobby and Berry.
Probably not too far from the same driving style either.
You're very similar. You're right, very similar. What's Diego got for us this season? Love to see him get a Group A podium. The fan club would go completely bananas if that happened.
He's definitely putting the laps in.
Teamed up with the resident fast Kiwi, Scooter McGavin.
I think Scooter's about the only one I haven't seen put a lap in yet. Anywhere.
Classic Kiwi.
The kids come in first. What has he done? Fresh set of boots and a splash of fuel.
The kid.
Traffic in front of me.
Well, so he was just ahead of Brocky, so this might tell us where he's going to pop out. Or Brocky might put some fuel in. Probably you're going to have to.
Fortunately here for Mountain Goat, he's popped out behind old Wakey, and this is going to cost him.
To find a way past quickly. Go side by side to the corkscrew. Oh, gets it done. Old Wakey, I think, backed out of that. Nosy, that's not his race. Heads up driving. Morgan's in. Let's see the switchblade. Let's stick with this. Watch the switchblade boys go to work.
Tell you what, the laps are turning over pretty quick, but the countdown time is not going fast. It's dragging out this race.
Probably one of the most mentally challenging tracks to drive at Laguna Seca. How's that definitely has that Brands Hatch feel to it.
There's no rest, is there?
No, none at all.
On the lap now.
One mistake and she's curtains.
So Diego to come in this lap, definitely. He's on the red light. DB might go another lap yet. He's in.
So D project at the moment.
I reckon DB. Oh, I think Morgan's had a bit of a crash too.
He's fallen behind Mountain Goat.
And Mountain Goat just gave him that spot.
Again, yeah, so it may have been a redress.
May have been a little bit of naughties there. Let's have a look here. Was it a redress? Jump on board. Yeah, oh, I know. Hard to tell there. project there. Just
It
looking
is.
at
It's about a second. Yeah.
that beautiful black light Ferrari. G'day Jamana, how are you mate? How'd you go today? Hope it went well. Still got a hand, I hope.
We cannot tie it.
He's mute.
Or did you just get it replaced with a hammer instead? So that's when you know you're true, mates. They ask how you are, and you go, yep, fine, okay. Now we completely take the piss out of you. So Ricky Bobby's, he's doing his classic Ricky Bobby thing. He is on a completely different strategy than everyone else.
He is. He's probably due to come in at the end of this lap, which has just started, I believe. On some fairly worn tyres at the moment. Not quite on the red light, but yeah, running different to everyone else, and you never know where he's going to pop up, and usually it's higher than what you expect him to be.
He has, Hijacker has that same trait. Mr. Invisible.
Yes. Yep.
Very consistent.
You don't see him in the first half of the race, and you get 10 minutes to go, and you're like, and in third position's Hijacker. Hang on.
Now we've got the situation where the slower Ricky Bobby up front is going to have an effect on DB, and it's allowing Morgan Davey to close right up. He's now in the tow. He's within the second.
Jeez, you don't need to give Morgan half an opportunity here.
Ricky will be in this lap. He's on the fuel light.
And you got the kid a further 2 seconds behind these two. These two start to fight it out and slow each other up a bit, and we'll bring it into a three-way race.
Oh, four-way race.
The three-way race, four-way race we wanted to see. Exactly.
Well, 4 times just got his way back up there.
The cream is rising.
Oh, Morgan at turn 1. I said it. You don't give this guy half an opportunity.
Good to see someone maybe giving DB007 a bit of a pressure.
That's what we want. I want to see these guys.
Oh, Brocky's going around Mountain Goat.
Got it done. And the Cyborg now just warming up. Getting into his groove. Morgan drives it. He is so close to a massive accident.
He's on the limit, isn't he?
and DB in front is short shifting and keeping it smooth. So that's 2 different driving styles there.
If you jump on board with DB, you just notice straight away how much less of that sliding he's doing. The tyres aren't consistently squealing like the other guys are, and then you look at the car and yeah, it's a healthier car.
He's actually, what he's doing is, you just hear it in his throttle application and letting off the throttle. He's getting all his braking done before he turns that wheel. Like he's doing no trail braking whatsoever.
Yep. And then on exit, you know, allowing the car to straighten completely and balance itself out before he reapplies throttle again, where some of the other guys might be just a bit keen to get back on the throttle, and it's causing that fishtailing effect out of every corner, which is adding to the wear and tear.
Look at it. Oh, Morgan, wow.
Just like
Yeah.
that, he's basically put 2 seconds on him.
Mountain Goat's in.
Might not be the ultimate strategy, but Jesus, good to watch.
Yeah. It's exciting. Be interesting to see how it all goes up the mountain.
Well, it'd be interesting to see how it's going to go Sunday. Yamagawa, as we know, probably the biggest tyre killer
Yeah.
out of our whole schedule.
That's their 3-stop.
The track, as we know, especially TK1 and TK2, eat outside front tyres and rear tyres for breakfast.
I can see myself 20 stopping.
20
The
stopping.
20 stop.
just for panel repair.
He's driving away with this now, DB, at the 3 seconds. Morgan's put the, I think he's called it a day.
So 20 minutes remaining. Just saw there though, Morgan's checking the rear view mirror. Probably the last bloke you want to see behind you.
Morgan will come in this lap. So will Brocky.
I
Wow.
think Brocky might have used a little bit more car to catch up, but he's definitely caught him.
This is going to be a tough lap for Brocky. He could lose a bit of time here. I think he's running lower on fuel than what he'd like to be.
Maybe Morgan, if instead of typing in YouTube chat, you should be concentrating on driving. Just saying.
Brocky might not even make it to the pits yet. Running on fumes.
He is.
Oh, we've got a hot tip from Knuckles. Do not slide it. Wow.
Yeah, well, it's becoming evident, isn't it?
That's almost a Captain Obvious call there.
Yeah. Although if you want to get Sean excited, slide it.
Yeah, very much so.
If you want to get a reaction out of commentary. Okay, Brocky has made it to pits, only just the bare minimum.
Meanwhile, Jimmy and Womball talking about hands and home care duties. That's as far as I'm taking that.
Well, let's see how much good work Mountain Goat's done in this stint and see where he manages to come out relative to both Morgan and Brocky. I think he may have cleared them both.
Well, it's going to be close. So
I
Brocky's
think
leaving the
Brocky might
pits
have him.
now. It's going to be very tight. Brocky might have just done enough here. He has, and he's got out. He's got in front of Ricky Bobby as well. Beautiful stop.
Yeah, I think we saw earlier Mountain Goat did get caught in traffic for a lap or so early in that stint that's bitten him in the bum.
There's
Iago fan club, get up. Get at it.
second.
Morgan's dropped to 6th.
Has he put a full tank in it?
He did.
Okay.
I think there's a bit of mucking around going there.
Yeah, very much so. There's a lot of shadow games going on out there at the moment.
Yeah. Few back in the rack.
Once again, we've seen the difference between the BMWs boys and the GT boys. BMW boys don't really believe in shadow games, and pretty much all the cards are on the deck. But geez, these GT guys, they're canny operators, aren't they?
Boxy old buggers.
Oh wow.
You can tell by the GT chat in Discord.
Oh mate, it's like every race. Open a party chat and the M3 guys, oh come in, want to have a chat. Yeah, not these GT lads. Oh no. Too serious for that malarkey.
It's all top secrets.
There's no secrets in the RER Ferrari. It's just try and hang on.
Go for it. Look, I don't think... Oh, as Morgan loses it big time, manages to recover. He's not going to win this race, obviously, but I think Morgan showed us tonight that he's going to be at the pointy end. He's got the speed to trouble the current champion and the former champion. He's going to be competitive.
Just tidy it up.
Whether he can hold it all together.
Yeah, just tidy up a few little things. He'll definitely be thereabouts. Tell you what, Diego, this is turning into a very impressive drive.
BB's got out in front of Rocky, which we would have expected.
So black
But the
and,
gap's pretty close.
black and gold seems to be a theme for paint schemes this season.
Yeah.
Teams out there running the black. Black was very popular, I've noticed.
Yeah, so it might end up with the same two fellas up the pointing at the front end as race one.
It's alright, fan club. You can get yourself back. You can get yourself off that list very quickly. Just takes, a couple of chocolates and it should be all good. There's only a couple of people that are on that list for a long time. Big shout out to our Kiwi mate Wardo. He loves that list.
Yeah, I was just thinking earlier tonight, Sean, fancy you bringing him up. He would have enjoyed this championship, I would have thought.
He would have loved this.
He's always a very big fan of the Ferrari, and he drove it very well.
He would have absolutely loved this. And he would have been very, very quick in this as well. Hope he's doing well over there in Invercargill.
Yeah.
DJ's going around in 10th place. Just lost it coming up the rail straight. Is it Rahal straight?
Rahal.
Rahal.
Well, Scotty McLaughlin. Speaking of American racing, Scotty McLaughlin had his first IndyCar race this morning. Did okay. Crashed out, but did okay. Womble's just got himself onto the list by mentioning pineapple. Clearly, some of these guys don't learn. Clinty Gogo says the Aussie Hampton livery is the best livery hands down.
Hands down.
Wow.
That's a solid call. Good call.
That's quite a big statement.
Yeah. It is a popular one. The old Hampton liveries have been popular since day dot.
Probably going to wait till round one to announce mine.
It's just about to say before, boys, that you don't want to pick on anyone, but you call it as you see it. And early signs here for DJ Brain aren't good as far as his ability to come to terms with the Ferrari. I'm sure he'll take my comments from a positive point of view and work hard to try to figure out this car, but he's showing signs of it just getting the better of him at the moment, and it'll be slightly worrying times for that team going into season 2.
Their second driver. Who is their second driver? It's Artie. Oh, it's Artie.
Hardy, yeah.
Artie Thump.
So I'm sure.
Hardy definitely has a handle on it.
Yes.
I'm sure DJ. I think the thing with DJ though is we know he likes to run long stints. It's kind of his style, and I just don't think the Ferrari lends itself to that.
Ferraris. No, that's right.
Mountain Goat
Oh,
stopping
DB got a
again.
penalty.
How many stops is that?
DB with a penalty.
How many stops is that for Mountain Goat?
Brocky's about to stop again too.
This is going to be 4-stop.
I was about to say that. I felt like he's been stopping every 5 minutes.
It's all going to come to a head on the last lap when they all pull out and they're all bunched up.
You don't think the front two can get to the end?
Nah. I don't think Brocky will. He's under a quarter of a tank already. DB maybe. DB's about a third of a tank, so it's possible. And Morgan is only 13 seconds behind, and he definitely can get to the end, so it could all play into Morgan's favour still.
Yeah, the thing is though, Morgan's got to make his rear tyres last 11 minutes.
That's right, yeah. And they're already looking bad. It's just them rear tyres on these MR cars. Just wear out, something chronic.
Womble said, wait till you see Artie Thumbs Fezzer. Well, I've seen Artie Thumbs Fezzer. I've seen them all, because, yeah. I know people.
Because you're connected.
Yep.
You've got connections.
Very much so. I do live in the western suburbs of Melbourne, just saying.
We're not racing at Laguna Seca this season, are we?
No, we are not.
Twice.
Thank God.
Yeah, no, this and the next track, I think, tracks that test the Ferrari. Probably not ideally suited. And as Sean was saying, I don't think Maggie's a track that's going to be ideally suited either.
Well, so we're going to Yami. I don't think that's a Ferrari track. We're going to Brands Hatch.
Sorry.
Yep. Brands Hatch is a Ferrari track. If you could just be a bit smooth around there, definitely feels nice around there. Maggie West, I think, will suit the Ferrari.
Yep.
Interlagos, wow, that's going to be
Interesting.
really interesting to see how the Ferrari goes around there.
Yeah.
I think St. Croix will suit it. You know, big, fast, open, not a lot of undulation as well, which means that you can actually drive the car. And then,
Except for that second last corner, the double left-hander.
yep,
Got the dip through it.
the rapide curves.
That could unsettle it. I can already picture me going off there.
Hanging to race it.
I could just hear the excitement in his voice. It's almost like some of Dadson's rubbed off on you, mate. I said almost.
If only we had picked what's the one that's about 4 k's long in a straight line?
So I'm just looking here. That's a legitimate podium, I believe, for Diego at the moment. What's his fuel and tyres like?
Yeah.
He's got about a third of a tank, and his tyres are fairly fresh. They're not new, but
No, he's good to go to the end.
Wow.
good to go. Yeah.
So's Mountain Goat, Ricky Bobby. So everyone pretty much, Morgan Davey, they're all good to go to the end now. It's just these front two, and I reckon DB might go again. And I'm pretty certain Brocky will be in this lap.
Brocky's only going to need a splash and dash, and if DB007 does need fuel, it's going to be the same thing. I reckon he can make it on what he's got there, though.
Yeah, it's a close call. With what happened in race 1, I think you'll be on the cautious side.
Oh, Diego, hold on a minute. Oh.
Oh, the leader, damn. DB through the corkscrew, got it completely sideways.
Next level replay. Oh, right out on the slide.
Yeah,
Funny you can see what other drivers' tyres and fuel are like. You would have, if you were DB007, you would have pitted just then, so you know you're exactly the same as Brocky.
Yeah, all he needed to do really was come in, same amount of fuel and come out in front. And he could have afforded to put less fuel than Brocky.
Yeah.
But he's working to his plan, he's obviously worked his numbers out. And
Oh, Diego's moved to the second here.
I think Mountain Goat's a legitimate third too.
Oh, no, I think Brocky got him there. Yeah, Brocky got him. So Diego's there in second, but he's going to be very vulnerable to a freshly tied and light-fueled Cyborg.
no, we noticed race one as Brocky runs wide there that outlap in this Ferrari is a tricky one. When those tyres are cold, the sliding is accentuated, controlling the cars even harder. Got to get some temperature in before he can think about chasing him down.
What we call
You know, coming into the
Sorry, Ricky Bobby's got company. He's got Mr. Send It behind him. Oh, DJ.
DJ's left. I think we're going to see DB in this lap. He's on the fuel light.
As Brocky starts to line up Diago. Oh, paint work exchange.
It seems we're just... I can say it, 2 minutes ago it was like 6 minutes left. But it just seems like forever. Maybe we're just feeling for the drivers.
I think DB's just going to have enough of a gap here to stay out in front of Brocky. The only thing he could do is obviously get suckered into putting that extra bit of fuel, as we're saying. That's the last Saturday's race where he miscalculated and
He's got 21 seconds to play with, so...
yeah. I think we just saw before there's about 18 seconds in the pit stop, so...
They're not leaving anything in their fuel tanks. He's running that dry.
Well, the only one you'd say is carrying excess here is Brocky. He's just under 1.5 tank.
Yeah, he's definitely put enough in.
Yeah. And Karen, who's doing his own thing at the moment, he's got over half a tank. He's just running some test laps, I would have thought, at this stage.
DB's in, and there is nothing left in that tank.
Oh, okay.
You're going to see another 2 laps, I think.
Brocky's coming to the final corner now.
So based on what we've seen so far, it looks like 3, maybe 4 stops could be the go this season.
Over the 50 minute, it's 50, isn't it?
Yeah,
This is going to be close.
it's going to be very close. And we know that Rocky's up to speed.
Yeah, there's that 2 seconds we were talking about. So closing quickly. DB's out on those cold tyres.
DB's just come out and he's on the fuel lighter again, so I wonder if he put enough fuel in.
Oh, wow.
Be a fast lap though. Nice and empty. Well, considering he did his last lap pretty much on the smell of an oily rag, I think he'll be right for the next one. I think we'll come in with
You know,
we'll
you've
see
got,
the
he's got
last lap
Brocky
flag
behind
here.
him who's got basically half a tank in the car, and he's going to be revving it out. And the gap is closing. He's taken another 2 tenths just in that last quarter of that lap. I wouldn't be surprised if Brocky manages to pull right behind the bumper of DB here in this final lap.
Always interests me how some drivers take that first corner. Everyone's got a different theory on how to take it.
Yeah.
It's like that final.
Some people take it wide right through the centre of the hairpin and then cut it back tight. I like to just cut it tight the whole way around and use all my tyres.
Yeah, I tend to break it deep into the first apex and sort of. That's how I've always taken it. Same as the corkscrew, there's a couple of different lines for the corkscrew as well. Looks like DB is going to get one here. So it's 1-1 for DB in the sidewalk here.
It's party time down Diago land too, just quietly.
Yep.
That's a massive race.
DB is going to take pre-season race 2 in 4-5-8 competizione. Sidewalk second,
Mate.
but driver of the day easily. Get loud, the fan club. This is a very good sign for the season. Diego is on the podium.
Very interesting. He's beat a couple of really fancied runners there. in
Oh, Morgan's out of
Davey
fuel.
and Mountain Cup.
Oh, no. Oh. Don't know what. Okay. Right. Get it out now, boys. Get it all out of your system.
Very un-Ricky Bobby-like.
Yeah. Get it out of your system. Old Wakey in 7th. Good job. Very good job. Black Project there in 8th. Karen in 9th. No doubt we'll hear a big long debrief.
Yep. We had 3.
Another one that's got
DNF.
finishing with half a tank.
Maybe that's a strategy as well, just having a bit of weight over the rear tyres.
Can't tell you.
I'm just considering, yeah, it's just a random guess, that one, but anyway. Recapping our race results there. So DB in first, second was Brocky, third was Diego, fourth was Morgan, fifth was the Goat, sixth was Ricky Bobby, seventh was Old Wakey, eighth was Black Project, and ninth was Karen. Clearly CP can't afford race suits because he's still wearing his race suit from last year's Aston Martin. For a bankrolled organisation like CP, that's it's a little bit poor. That.
Yeah, no, his suits come in and the fella had put that much hard work in the off season. He'd dropped a few pounds and everything was a bit loose, so we've going to have to send it all back for a bit of a tightening.
A bit of a tightening, more like a brand new one.
But I was that's an impressive run by Diago. A couple of things I suppose we can draw from that without looking too much into it because it's still only just a practice race. But the gap the top two managed to put over both Morgan Davey and the kid, I was impressed with. I was a little bit surprised by that. I thought that both Morgan and the kid would be a bit closer to the top two. But to see Diago wedged between those 4 guys is a surprise. Be keeping a keen eye on him come round 1, 100%.
Yeah, it's a couple of things. I thought, it's a couple of guys I felt struggled a little bit. A couple of guys. Oh, I'm leaning back in my chair thinking this is. Yeah, don't know. Is it really a lot to take? Probably from Diego's performance is probably the only thing you can really take from that one.
Yeah, and it's also what they were all sort of expecting themselves out of the race. I've got no doubt there was a few here who were just looking to put laps in.
Yeah.
Not too concerned with the outcome of the race, and look, that's you're allowed to do that. That's all well and good.
Yeah, hey, you preach.
Yeah.
The pre-season's completely up to you. I mean, that's sort of why we have them. One, to get us stream guys sort of back into it, but more so for you guys as well to try a few things and just see where you are at and what you need to work on. And
just to get a go would be nice at the moment.
We'll get you sorted.
Thursday night.
Yeah, we'll get you sorted, mate. Don't worry. It'll be all good and it'll be peaches and cream.
Yeah, just well, we had it working, didn't we? And then all of a sudden, it just doesn't want to.
I'm sure.
Yeah, I think there was a bit of stuff up there halfway when I made some changes there, but we'll work it out.
We'll get it sorted. But yeah, so we'll might leave it there, guys. Anything you'd like to say, just please fire it in the chat right now. Karen says, can we do that again? That was bloody good fun. Ferrari is
Absolutely,
a great challenge for us all. Yep, so Thursday night we'll have our final test race. That'll be from 8 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. That will be from Mount Panorama. And then that's it. Then we go racing for real on Sunday. Brocky says, shut up, Karen. Wow. Okay, cool. Yeah, so racing for real. So it'll be round 1 of the next level 458 Competizione and the Aussie Hampton M3 Challenge from Yamigawa. Really looking forward to that. Just a quick thing on the micro sector. We will be back. We're probably going to be back after round 1. So we're just going to have a little break. Let round 1 get sort of through that. And also round 1 of the community series. The community series will be back better than ever as well. So we're looking forward to that. But the micro sector will be back. We're just having a little hiatus. We're going to probably try a few different things and just see how we go with it. But very excited for that as well. But other than that, might leave it there. Take it, everyone. Do apologise for being late again, but we got through it. Nice, good stream. But on that, everyone look after yourselves. Take care. Hashtag Go Victoria. And other than that, thank you, Claude.
That's all right, mate.
Thank you, Troy.
No worries, mate. Anytime.
No dramas.
Thanks for everybody for watching. Even the practice stuff is interesting enough to be watched. We appreciate you guys joining us.
Very much so. Thank you to everyone. But that, I am Sean, aka Go, signing off for now. And you've been watching Sector 1.